after they were compassed about 7 days. And we know what else happened because we read the story. We ain't even got to guess at it. We know how important the trumpets were in that exhibition of faith. 7 priests with 7 trumpets blew on the 7th day after they went around 7 times. But now let's get back to Revelation now, because this is where the whole climax is. This is what all this is taking us to, and you didn't let some preacher hoodwink you from it. Again, that's why the title is 7 Trumpets Conquers World. The simplicity of Christ. And people like Paul who were in the Corinthians, they have been corrupted from this simplicity. They've been messed up. Don't even make sense to them no more. You tell people that you're going to be off work today or not doing nothing, celebrate the memorial or the blowing of the trumpet, they really want to laugh in your face. That's really what they want to do. They just kind of look at you funny. Oh, okay. All right. See you when you get back. Revelation 8 and verse 6. Now, we read in Revelation 8 that 7 angels got 7 trumpets. Now, we're going to look at it when they blow it. But already, since we got the prototype already, we know how it's going to conclude. You can't get no more identical than having 7 priests at Jericho blowing trumpets and they took the city. Now you got 7 angels getting ready to blow. You already know what's about to take place. And it's not about rapturing you to heaven. See, trumpets announce things. Trumpets call for war. The Bible say it's signs for trumpets. The trumpet signals something. In other words, 1 Corinthians 14. They signal something. And one of the things they signal is they announce when it's time for war. They even announce when a king is coming. So you got all this going on when the Lord is coming back in the end. It's war, and he is the great king that's coming. And he's coming to show you that he's king. So hence you got the blowing of trumpets. He got to announce it. He can't just show up. Even in Exodus 20, matter of fact, when he gave the 10 Commandments. Matter of fact, you read Exodus 19, leading up to Exodus 20, before he spoke the command, before he got there, you had all kind of drama had to take place. Because God was showing up. And you had the trumpet that we're talking about. You had the trumpet blowing. It said the trumpet blew long. Didn't even say who blew the trumpet. Probably an angel had to blow that one. Because it didn't even say. It just said the trumpet sounded long and waxed loud and loud. I know the people were scared to death. They started going the other way. Later on, Moses had to call them, come back. Let me talk to you. And they told Moses, they said, look, Moses, we don't want no more of that guy. Because there was a whole lot of drama on that day. They said, look, from now on, you talk to him yourself. And we're going to listen to you. They were scared of God like you need to be because he's a great and terrible God.
Praise the Lord.
Revelation 8 and 6. Let's see how he's going to do this thing. That's the title, 7 Trumpets Conquers World. Again, that's going to be the news headline after it's over. God can conquer the world blowing some trumpets. He wants you to remember this for a reason. 8 and 6. We read this. No, we didn't read it. We're going to read it now. 8 and 6. Go ahead.
And the 7 angels which had the 7 trumpets prepared themselves to sound.
Now we saw 7 angels got them. Now they're getting ready to sound. They're getting ready to blow. Go ahead. Let's see what happened.
The first angel sounded, and there followed hail and fire mingled with blood. And they were cast upon the earth. And the third part of trees was burnt up. And all green grass was burnt up.
See, now, when the angels start to blow, God is plaguing man because he's doing the same thing. He's taking the city. Just like I imagine even when they just went around the city in Jericho. When they went around the first day, I know the people got scared. They're like, what they doing? That was a plague in itself to them people. Like, what they doing? And then they probably got a little relief when they went on back to their camp. They're like, oh, whew. He's out there about to do something. Then the next day they come out again. Oh, did they come again? And they went around again. They just plagued them people for 7 days. Them people were scared to death. They were probably about ready to give up when the wall fell. They had been primed for that. They probably just said, hey, we lost. This is what God is doing. He said, the first angel sounded, and hail and fire mingled with blood was cast into the earth, and trees got burned up. See, you think you've seen some bad stuff that happened in this world so far. Wait till God starts having the angels blow these trumpets and dropping these plagues. These are plagues. Verse 2. I'm sorry, verse 8, the second trumpet. Go ahead.
And the second angel sounded, and as it were a great mountain burned with fire was cast into the sea. And the third part of the sea became blood.
See, each time the trumpet blows, some bad stuff happens. Each time. Go ahead.
And the third part of the creatures which were in the sea and had life died.
That's a whole lot of death, but go ahead.
And the third part of ships were destroyed.
And that's why I say I don't know if it's going to be some newspapers because he's tearing up everything. But if you got somebody with a little printing press, that's going to be the headline. 7 trumpets knocked the world off. Go ahead.
And the third angel sounded, and there fell a star from heaven.
Great star from heaven. Go ahead.
Burning as it were a lamp, and it fell upon the third part of the river, and upon the fountains of water. And the name of the star is called wormwood. And the third part of the waters became wormwood, and many men died of the waters because they were made bitter. And the fourth angel sounded.
Okay, now we see these angels blowing these trumpets. Even if you don't quite get it, you can tell it's not nice, right? You can tell it's not pretty. How is it that people have turned the end of the world, the second coming of Jesus, into just some secret rapture that's going on? This is showing you leading up to the second coming of Jesus right here. Jesus haven't came yet. We're going to see when Jesus comes. But we already got the prototype. We know what this is about. God is plaguing these people so he can take it over. He's getting ready to take the city. We already know what these trumpets are signaling. We just getting some detail now because it's plaguing man each time, and it's going to escalate until the climax on the 7th trumpet, just like in Jericho. So he said, go ahead, verse 12.
And the fourth angel sounded.
Now the fourth angel. We done got through 3. Here's the fourth one. Go ahead.
And the third part of the sun was smitten, and the third part of the moon, and the third part of the stars. So as the third part of them was darkened,
go ahead.
And the day shone not for the third part of it, and the night likewise.
See, God is messing some stuff up. Go ahead.
And I beheld, and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice.
With a loud voice, go ahead.
Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, by reason of the other voices of the trumpets of the 3 angels, which are yet to sound.
Don't sound good, do it. See, this is what it's really about. But don't nobody see, being that you going to church and the preacher that made you think everything is rosy, nicey, he can't read none of this. I mean, this ain't hard to figure out that it's some bad, God is bringing some bad stuff at this time. But they don't want to read it because that'll mess the organ player up. The organ player can't play that nice, smooth, playing behind the preacher as he talking. That'll mess him up. So they don't even bother to read this. How many preachers you see reading some stuff in Revelation? But it's telling you what's going to happen. And you need to know. And it's showing you why you still need to be observant the memorial of blowing the trumpets, because God is yet utilizing them, isn't it? All the way to the end. So God, we have to know, knew what he was doing when he gave Israel this great high holy day. He knew what he was doing. Go ahead. What verse you at?
Starting chapter 9.
Okay, we finished that. But he said, woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth for the last 3 trumpets. He said, you think it's been bad so far for the first 4? Basically saying you ain't seen nothing yet. Just like the plagues that man is getting afflicted with now. They minute compared to what God's going to do here. Well, we're getting plagued now. You know, bad stuff happening all over right now. But you ain't seen nothing yet. And then when you see something, you still ain't seen nothing yet because he said, whoa, 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 right? Go ahead, 9 and 1.
And the 5th angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth. And to him was given a key of the bottomless pit.
Okay, here go the first woe. He going to let loose on man. He going to let man start really going at it. See, he keeping man from just breaking out into all-out war, even though they fighting in many places. But it just ain't escalated to just all-out war. But now he going to let them loose. Because he going to lead man down to the final war where God himself is going to knock them off. Just like he knocked Jericho off. Israel didn't have to do nothing but follow the instructions. If you with God and believe in God, all you got to do is follow the instructions. See, that's what we're doing now. We follow the instructions now by observing this day that's in the Bible. We follow the instructions because we believe God going to do it just like we reading right here. We ain't believing in nothing. We ain't believing that we can bring the kingdom of God down ourselves. No, we waiting on God to bring it down. We just got some faith in him. Go ahead.
And he opened the bottomless pit, and there arose a smoke out of the pit as the smoke of a great furnace. And the sun and the air were darkened by reason of the smoke of the pit. And there came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth. And unto them was given power as the scorpions of the earth have power.
See, now some things in the Bible are symbolism, and some things are direct, straightforward. Now this is symbolism because John is trying to describe what he was seeing. So these are not real locusts. Even though I guess locusts could hurt man, he used them before literally. But he's describing war equipment. He's describing, I even seen some jets. One time in a newspaper, they were showing the bottom of like a helicopter and a jet, and it looked just like a locust. They drew a character of it, and it looked just like a locust. So that's what John is describing. He said, locusts came out, verse 3, and there came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth, and unto them was given power as the scorpions of the earth have power. Did you read 4?
No.
Go ahead.
And it was commanded them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree, but only those men which have not the seal of God in their forehead.
See, if we would have read the 7th chapter, that's when God sealed his servant, starting with Israel. He always do Israel first. He sealed 144,000. People talking about the 144,000, well, they Israel here. He sealed 12,000 from each tribe.